Hey guys, it's your boy, and I want to talk about individuation. Individuation, the path that we're all on back to the whole, back to complete brain balance and complete chakra alignment. Well, that's long and steady journey of growth for 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 narcissists. They've over hardened, so this is completely not relevant. But for over softened empaths who've suffered narcissistic abuse and have been put in the caretaker role, the deep empath that takes on everyone's energies too much since childhood and is still healing from that. And actually, I lost my personality in my teenage years, plus narcissistic abuse of my dad, who took my mum down, who became quite angry internally in her body, even though she had love in her. The path is this is just not often talked about, and this is something I come to this year thanks to some deep lessons with people I've been close with this year. That for an over softened empath like me, this might not be relevant to you, but my path now isn't one of love and light and complete compassion all the time. Because actually, for an over softened empath, that is spiritual bypassing. What I need to do is ascertain more healthy pride and boundaries and lock in and see patterns and understand that I am an individual. I have likes and dislikes. I have things that make me special and different to other people. I understand that we're all one, but individuation is different for an over softened empath. It's learning about yourself, it's doing what you love, it's facing your fears, individuating yourself from your family, individuating yourself from toxic exes, a narcissism, individuating yourself from friends that betray you, everything. That is the path. Understanding that not everyone is like me because everyone is the same, but we all express ourselves as unique fragments of God in very different ways. So this is something that has been ruminating on my mind this year. Thank you for the lessons to the people that come in my life. That I need to focus in on the things that I have done well in this life. There are things that I've done that I can be proud of that make me different. Wounded healer archetype, narcissistic abuse, healing from that with exes and family, achievements I can be proud of that I honestly, guys, don't hardly ever think about. The fact I've written 10 books, been on TV, all these things are something that I need to process and to individuate myself because I'm one of those, if I'm being very honest with you, that barely thinks about all of my achievements and all the things I've accomplished, the fears I've faced, the places I've been, the traveling, the willingness to date if I think it's the right person. All these things are things I can be very proud of. The fact that I had so much social anxiety when I was much younger and I still carry the scars of that, but I've healed that so much. And I can carry basic conversations and I can talk to people and I can teach people in my own way. Um, it's an interesting thing that I just don't hear. And not everyone is on the over softened empath path, even people watching this. Knowing that you are different and special before you get to this idea that I've got to blast my mind with positive thoughts, because then it just becomes um, toxic positivity. And for me, I'm naturally good at empathy, compassion, and understanding other people. But even now, at this stage of the journey, that comes at sacrificing myself and my own thoughts and my own compassion, my own kindness, and my own power, and what makes me different to the rest of the world. So that is my journey. Establishing truths, because I carry deep truths inside me, near death experiences, oneness, life reviews, pre-birth side contracts. These are all amazing topics I will continue to study the rest of my life. But to individuate, to get the wounded healer to a position where I can talk more and more, not just on YouTube because this is my comfort zone, but out in the real world, setting up business, courses, pushing my boundaries, facing my fears, be willing to interact around narcissists and all these patterns and boundaries on some of them. They get too close if they're draining you. One way to spot a person is no good, even if you don't know they're a narcissist or not, is do they energy drain you around them or do they energy give? And I'll be honest, I've had close friends in my life where, on reflection now, and I've got rid of some of them now, I felt an energy of energy draining. every single day. Energy drain, energy drain, energy drain. If your energy is drained, I can't ever be whole because I'm doing this. Oh, but they'll be okay if I support them in 5, 10 years time. But at the sacrifice to my own energy field feels draining versus lifting. Friends, any friends, doesn't matter what you have, are supposed to give energy, not take away. You're not supposed to be walking on eggshells. You're not supposed to be thinking, God, this is hard work trying to teach them. Often, if that energy draining happens with your friends or family, that means that you're an empath and they're a narcissist, and you're having to constantly manage their emotions and take care of them. Because with narcissists, you can have 2 or 3 shit days and then one good day. And what an oversoftened empath does is they just hope for the good days and tolerate at the cost of your own energy the bad days. So taking care of myself, Carl Jung's individuation, is the key that I know right now. That I didn't know the process of what I needed to do. I thought I just had to do this. Love and light, compassion, that's already inbuilt in me. I'm already a compassionate person. I forgive so easily. But it's not about that, because when you're around close friend narcissists or exes or dating narcissists, that doesn't work. The lesson from God with them is they will drain you. You keep endlessly forgiving. The lesson for them is no contact, boundaries if you can. And if it's your family members, put boundaries in. Put boundaries in and pick and choose when you see them. Because the narcissists learn the most. God's designed it that narcissists learn when an empath puts a boundary in and says no contact ever again. Or if it's your family members and they're getting old, like my dad, then try and create some good memories, but have boundaries. Because I can tell you stories with my dad that are just would blow your mind that I'm still dealing with. At 74 years old, he is. So crazy. Carl Jung, individuation. You go out there, talking to myself, and you develop your personality. You develop your likes, your dislikes, who you want to hang around and who you don't want to around with, where you want to travel to and where you don't, where you want to live, who your time, my time is precious, and I need to internalize that and learn that as I develop away from endless forgiveness bullshit into myself and how I'm different from all the people, close friends too, that I've had around me. That's been a huge process. Close friends I've had around me, why am I different to them? Well, if your close friend was a narcissist, then the difference is they're an over hardened child and you're an over softened child, and you can only teach them sometimes by withdrawing the mirror. No narcissist, when they come in your life, ever thinks you're going to walk away. They assume that you don't have the power, and they assume it's their rights, that they will own you or control you or message you, and you'll just run back. And that's your power to understand that loving from a distance is a thing designed by God. I care for all souls here, including narcissist souls that abused me all my life and exes and all these. I care about their souls, but that doesn't mean they need to be in your life. You individuate for your protection, and ironically and paradoxically and beautifully, when you do that and you stand up for yourself, they learn the lessons that there's no mirror anymore. And you will be the empath that walks away, that teaches them that there is power in you.